Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? Well, it looks like this fight's going to finally happen. Jarrell Miller versus Trevor Bryan. Both of these dudes been going back and forth with each other since 2016 on social media. That's back when Jarrell Miller was going at it with Bryan and Trevor Bryan, two guys that were, working at the heavyweight factory, working out, getting their work in with Shannon Briggs. So they've been going back and forth for a while. Both guys were saying they wanted to fight even back then. There's a video up on YouTube, shouts out to True School Sports. He had the video where both guys on camera with each other saying, "Showtime, set this fight up, set this fight up." So looked like it's finally going to happen, April 28th. Now, Jarrell Miller's talking about that he wants the fight to be for a, some type of title eliminator for the WBA, IBF. Right now, Povetkin is holding down that WBA, so I think he will get the title shot for the WBA. But, Miller is rated top 5 by both of the sanctioning bodies, while Bryan is just rated by one of the sanctioning bodies, the WBA and the IBF. He just rated by one of them. So, but he's undefeated prospect. He hasn't really been too active, man, as far as fighting, elite level competition. Well, not even just elite level, but just some mid-range competition. His last 2 fights, the combined record of both guys, I think they're like 4 and like 44, something like that, man. So, he hasn't been in there too tough. He was active last year. At least he was in the ring. He was in some training camps. But, I know they say sparring is sparring. But this sparring session right here, though, man, that happened, they were talking shit before this session. Like, come get that work. Come get that work. So I'm sure both guys would tell you, hey, man, I didn't show them everything I had in sparring. I didn't show them everything. And I'm sure they will both say that, but they were getting down there. They were down there trying to get some good work in. Trying to whoop the other one, you know what I mean? But a real fight is a lot different. We know that. No headgear. They're going to go, all out, prime time, a big crowd to be watching, So I know it's a lot different, but they are familiar with each other, as you see here. And I think there's a few of these clips up of them sparring on my channel. Just go in and type in Miller versus Bryan sparring sessions. They should pop up. But I like the style matchup. I like that both guys are familiar with each other, man. And, watching this, just watching this sparring session right here, man, you see that I think if Bryan tries to take the approach of letting Miller come forward and chop him up to the body and press him against the ropes, it's going to be a long night for him. But as you see here, Bryan is catching him with some good counters, some good uppercuts. He's backing back Miller. He's backing back a little bit. Now he's fighting back right there. So, again, this is just sparring. I know that. But I think all in all, it'd be an entertaining fight. Trevor Bryan is an undefeated guy, so he don't know how to lose. Not like he's coming there to lose. We know Jarrell Miller's been in there with some good competition, Marius Wack. And he's ready to go. He's been in there with Fred Cassie. He just beat Jarrell Washington, so he's on a hot streak right now. So now it's his turn to fight an undefeated prospect. He's fought 2 guys that's fought for titles, and Marius Wack and Jarrell Washington. Now he's circling the block, trying to take an undefeated record away. So. And Trevor Bryan has a lot to prove also, man. He hasn't been there tough since the Derek Rossi fight. I like this fight, man. They're talking about April 28th for this to go down. What do you guys think about this fight? Trevor Bryan versus Jarrell Big Baby Miller. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I'm gone.